Good morning. Welcome to the end of the week. It is Friday, January 6th, 2012. It is 9 a.m. and temperatures are moderating nicely into the mid to upper 30s along the coast, even a little bit of a lower 40s over portions of Long Island around Islip, and mid 20s to lower 30s over the interior as we are under the influence of a southwesterly wind as warm fronts move north. The good news is that we really don't have much in the way of precipitation unless you are in New England. And for the most part, we're going to end up with a rather pleasant weekend. Perfect for, playoff football, especially for the Giants this coming Sunday. So let's take a look at the forecast, shall we? Alrighty then. Now, what you can see here in New England is an area of light snow that caught some people by surprise. It produced a few inches of light snow. This is all because of Arctic air mass that was basically sitting over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area the past 2 days is retreating and warm air is invading. And as a result, that warm air moves over the cold Arctic air and you end up with snowfall. But that snowfall is going to remain well north and east of the northern mid-Atlantic as we will basically have clear skies and comfortable weather conditions. Now, as far as the infrared satellite is concerned, you can see our high pressure system and our Arctic dome giving way and moving into the Atlantic. Another area of high pressure is setting up over the Tennessee River Valley, and this will move towards the southeast coast and produce a southwesterly wind today and tomorrow, keeping temperatures above normal. For today, we're going to moderate a little bit back into the upper 30s to lower 40s. That's why we have a separation in these two warm fronts. This warm front is the first one that's going to give us our warmer temperatures back to normal, anywhere again from the upper 30s to the lower 40s. And then this warm front is the warmer of the two air masses. And this one, once it moves through, is going to support temperatures tomorrow in the mid 40s to lower 50s. Now, I think locations like New York City, Wildwood, Atlantic City, Philadelphia will have the best potential of breaking 50 degrees. If you're right along the coast, let's say you're in Long Island where the winds will be coming off of the Atlantic, you will be dealing with temperatures slightly cooler in the 40s, mostly because of influence from the Atlantic Ocean. And of course, if you're in the interior as well, deal with temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. But for this time of year, it's going to be absolutely beautiful on Saturday, with no signs of any precipitation whatsoever. This is called a dry frontal passage. But what about Sunday? Well, on Saturday night into Sunday, this cold front will move through. Again, a dry frontal passage. There really isn't much in the way of moisture with this cold front. But what we will be dealing with is a shift in the winds from the southwest to the northwest, and temperatures falling back to near normal levels in the mid 30s to lower 40s. So enjoy the warm conditions on Saturday and bundle up for the Giants game on Sunday. You're going to need it, especially in the Meadowlands. So let's take a look at our forecast. Now, I'm using the European model guidance. For the most part, all the models generally agree on the medium range period. So I really don't expect much in the way of volatility in this forecast. It's pretty straightforward. For this evening, we have our cold front approaching by tomorrow. But for this evening and into tomorrow, this high pressure system will be in control, producing a southwesterly wind. Again, our cold front moves through on Saturday night into Sunday morning. Not much in the way of precipitation. Notice the dry air here. This is a clear sign of a dry frontal passage. There just isn't much moisture to work with this cold front. Therefore, we'll see increase in clouds, but that's about it. Now on Sunday and Monday, we're going to be on the northern side of this cold front that's going to stall out. And as a result, we'll be under the influence of this high pressure system over portions of southern Canada. So we're going to remain relatively chilly with temperatures near normal, mid 20s to lower 30s for lows, and mid 30s to lower 40s for highs. Nothing too terrible, really. We're pretty much near normal for this time period. But we're going to be entering a period that's going to be very important for the rest of this winter and the evolution of the 500 millibar pattern. As we move forward, this disturbance here and this disturbance here are going to interact, and they're going to change the fundamental nature of the weather pattern. Over the past several weeks, we've been dealing with the polar vortex, this right here, locked up in northern Canada. And with this polar vortex locked up in northern Canada, that means the cold air and any potential for stormy weather conditions is locked up in Canada. But we're going to see a change in the weather pattern. That polar vortex is going to collapse. These two disturbances are going to interact to produce a rather powerful rainstorm along the East Coast. Wednesday night through Thursday is going to be very windy, very stormy, with very heavy rainfall ranging at least an inch of rain, possibly more. This is not a snowstorm in any way, shape, or form for any location. Okay, I want to make that clear. But what it does do, it starts to change the fundamental nature of the weather pattern. And it starts to force the polar vortex to redevelop further to the south. And that redevelopment towards the south is basically what's going to mark the beginning of a very cold pattern and potentially, if everything works out, a stormy pattern as well. But in order to get to that point, we have to get through this storm first and the secondary cold front. But you can see the Arctic air pooling is going to be driving through the plains and towards the east coast. And the polar vortex is starting to redevelop towards southern Canada. And that is going to mark a significant change in our weather pattern. So, to recap, for this weekend and really on through much of next week, dry conditions will be the prevailing theme, with temperatures flipping back and forth between above normal conditions for the start of this weekend. Then we fall back to near normal temperature conditions for the rest of the forecast period, dealing with a significant rainfall on Thursday and then a major change in the weather pattern. That is your forecast discussion for today. I hope everyone has an excellent weekend. Of course, you can follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter and Facebook. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.